Citadel Securities, which is controlled by Ken Griffin, has warned the SEC that it would be, in quotes, left with no choice but to seek appropriate judicial relief if the SEC did not suspend the billing by next week. That's right, Citadel Securities is a leading industry pushback against an effort by exchanges including the NYSE, NASDAQ to ask traders to help foot the bill for a new market surveillance system that has already racked up almost $1 billion in costs. Large institutions are getting the bill of the CAT system and are having a little bit of trouble. Since we're on the topic of Citadel Securities, I'm sure you have already heard of it. Citadel is now named in a RICO lawsuit over in Georgia, but we're going to put all of that aside, lay the CAT system aside, the bills they're having trouble with, what the SEC is potentially going to do with that, them being named in a RICO lawsuit, and point over to what the yeah, this shows an institution purchasing 4,800,000 nearly shares of GameStop. Why is this such a glitch? Why is this so important to note? Well, that's 10 times the entire float. Is this just some sort of glitch that has been washed up? Or is this truth that is just resurfacing on accident due to potentially the consolidated audit trail or due to something else? Maybe it was just a little bit of a slip up. Now, okay, who is this? Simple Google search is going to bring you to Northern Trust Asset Management. Who is Northern Trust Asset Management? It's a corporation in an American financial services company over in Chicago, Illinois, that caters to corporations, institutional investors, and ultra high net worth individuals. Makes you wonder. This is probably the craziest glitch that we have seen of all time on GameStop, and the consolidated audit trail may just be digging up these old filings because it's resurfacing from June 30th, 2024. That's also going to bring us into the charts, but really quick, this morning, over $2 million worth of $20 calls for January 2025 were purchased shortly after open. This comes after we had that huge purchase of about 6 million contracts, more than we have recently seen. Anyway, you look back, what happened on June 30th, right? This is June 30th, 2024. This guy purchased on this bottom candle right here. What happened shortly after? Well, we went from $22.35 all the way up to about $30. But if you take a closer look, the 30th is actually on a weekend. You see the 28th right here, and then July 1st, 2024. So if you purchase on the 28th, likely this many shares were loaned out to cause less of a run up in GameStop so that the algorithms did not break. So they got 10x the float, and they lent out the shares crazily, continuously lending out the shares to continuously overshort the float so that this was not as high of a rally as we've seen. Just a theory, just a little bit of a tinfoil hat. Anyway, guys, what have we called out? Well, GameStop is down 0.73% on the day, trading at $23.25. It actually came up to nearly $25, $24.70. This is actually not as bad as we were expecting. I said GameStop tomorrow could come all the way down to $22.38, anywhere in this range right here, before absolutely ripping heads off. That can happen today, tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow night. Next up, you have that major rip. This is what I'm anticipating for GameStop, and this is what I'm expecting right now. We are now selling off below Roaring Kitty's average. And overall, this is the bars pattern from the previous cycle when GameStop entered the green. And either way, we're still showing extreme strength. If it didn't play out identically, you're still seeing volume pick up in the stock, which is something that we want to see. Holding up right here. Worst case scenario, we come all the way back to this trend line at about 2150, which I definitely don't think will happen. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If we look at AMC, and we got a little bit more numbers to touch on for GameStop and AMC, but if we look at AMC, today is the last day to finish the blue cycle, which is perfect. Worst case scenario, if we play out inverse for a green cycle, this whole thing will be okay. AMC is going to flush extremely low. Do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. Overall, tomorrow is starting the green cycle on AMC, so I am excited for it. The rest of this price action, just be a little bit iffy on it. I think they're trying to turn people bearish on AMC. Hopefully we get a bounce here. Worst case scenario, definitely want to stay above $4.35. Overall, watching for a close above 520, 542, 595, 631, so on and so forth. GameStop, according to Stonko Tracker, is not reporting options data once again. I wonder why, right? Short exempts still pretty high. Again, this is for the 30th, so we did cover that a little bit. Short exempts for today are not going to be reported. AMC options data also not being reported on Stonko Tracker. just another coincidence, right? Holo, ticker symbol HOLO, down about 3% on the day, now trading at 40 cents. This thing looked to be primed earlier in the day, was up a little bit, coming up to about 42 cents. Overall, I'm just keeping an eye on it. I still have my shares in Holo and I'm willing to lose. Again, this is just a little bit of chump change side cash, watching for between $1.30 to $4 for this thing to cap out at. Okay, so this is Holo, another squeeze play that I have been putting on your radar. Let me know in the comments down below if you are in Holo. Now, is this something that we're going to see with the S&P 500, a 2024 double top just like we saw back in 2008, or are these people just tripping sack? Well, if we jump into the SPY, we're actually extremely red, down 1.53% on the day, not even off of some sort of catastrophic catalyst. The SPY is bleeding. If we break under 555, which we are right now, and end up closing under this is extremely bearish for the SPY. I would expect a gap fill down to 544.90 pretty quick, right? That's the first thing I would see. First off, if we could hold before getting to that gap fill, I'm watching 549.15. If we can hold 549.15, the SPY may be able to get a bounce back up, but then it would even still have to close above this, and I just don't see strength in the market at this point. Overall, this isn't necessarily bearish just yet. This could just be getting a cool off because we tested nearly the all-time high that we hit on the S&P 500, and now we're just coming down. Overall, let me know your price targets on the SPY. If we see that close under 555, you are going to see more selling for the rest of this short week. Also, TMF, I wanted to bring this up really quick because TMF is up about 4%. I assume September TMF is going to come up to about 65 bucks, 67 bucks. Maybe that's a little bit too optimistic. Maybe this is going to be an ugly head and shoulders and point us to the downside and bring us back to 50. Maybe, maybe not, right? Again, the risk is up to you. I can't tell you what to buy or sell, but I am in TMF, and I think that when rate cuts come, especially the first one, second, third, right, this thing's slowly going to start building up, and I think people are anticipating that as well. Now, Nvidia stock is down over 12% since reporting earnings on August 8th, which is erasing $400 billion of market cap in 3 days as well, trading at 110.34, down 8%. Which is absolutely insane. If Nvidia ends up closing under 111, that is also bearish. That's basically the SPY closing under 555. Now, where to next? Well, Nvidia is likely to come down to 107 to 104. Crack 107, you easily come down to 104. Crack 104, you come to 96. Crack 96, you come to 91.45. It's very simple on Nvidia. Overall, institutions are letting this thing go. Is the bubble popping? Well, not necessarily. Again, everything is still remaining in a bull market, a bull channel, bull trend, right? Until we get further validation. Now, one thing I do want to note is that Nvidia did break out of this channel, which is something that is a little bit scary, okay? I'd consider this more of a stronger bull channel, right? If you're in this channel, you're kind of good. If you're above this, you have a little bit more optimism, right? If you're above this, and then you have a little bit more worry if you're below it. And that's where I see happening right now. I'm seeing a little bit of worry kick in, especially the fact that, you know, we cracked under this. Now, this is the first support level below the channel that it is actually also breaking under, which is scary as well. Overall, that's the outlook on Nvidia. Let me know if you are playing it in the comments down below. I wanted to bring up Tesla because Tesla attempted a breakout of this flag today, which we talked about in yesterday's video, or one of the videos over the long weekend, right? Tested 220 basically, couldn't break above, came back down, and trying to break back into this channel. This could have been a fake out. You could come back in if everything remains bearish. Watch 204 on Tesla. Either way, rate sensitive stock. I assume Tesla will have its breakout moment pretty soon, and it has a lot of catching up to do. Overall, I would want a close above 220, then close above 225. Ultimately today, to capture some strength, I want to see us close above 216, which we are $1.20 away. So likely, not likely. I think Tesla's one to watch, but not one to get in just yet. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications on. If you're not in the Discord yet, it is the third link in the description of the video. What are you waiting for? I post my trades as soon as I enter them. We talk stocks and crypto all day long. We also have options trading alerts in there. Best vibes, best people. There are no bad questions. Seriously, guys, it is a coffee a month. I'm not overcharging like other YouTubers. Come level yourself up on this journey of financial freedom. Let's hang out together. There's the third link in the description. Also, the second link for Moomoo, which you can see right here. Once you press my link, open an account and make a deposit, they're giving you up to 15 free stocks on top of 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash with no risk. So whenever you're not trading, they're allowing you to earn this cash, okay? Your bank account is likely not doing that. Your other brokers likely not doing that. 8.1% is crazy on top of the free stocks. They're also giving you level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more as a retail trader. So go do that, guys. That is the second link in the description. Again, open an account and make a deposit. And of course, my custom indicator is at the very top because I'm proud of this indicator. I think it's very powerful, one of the strongest ones out here. It is pattern detection and forecasting. If you don't have it yet, go add it to your TradingView charts right now. I'm allowing you a free trial if you want the free trial, or if you want to just jump right into it, jump right into it. It detects patterns, gives you price targets, and forecasts what stocks might do. And this, with all the other trading signals, all the other setups, can really master some trades, some crazy winners. So that is it, guys. I love you all. Let's make some money this week. Lottery Socks out.